Listen, we're going to have to call a spade, okay? These volatile actions that they're taking against Tesla, I really need y'all to make it make sense for me. I really don't understand the mindset of these leftists right now. I don't. So a woman in a Tesla was ran off the road. Her Tesla spun out. A man got out, and she said she couldn't see anything except for his eyes, but he threatened her and said, you got to get rid of the car now. Y'all can't make this stuff up.
Seattle affiliate Fox 13 has video of a woman whose Tesla she was driving. It got spun off the road. A guy ran her off the road, got out. He had on full fatigue. She couldn't see anything except for his eyes. And he threatened her. He said, you got to get rid of this car now. And he went on. Well, of course, the cameras are rolling from all over the Tesla. So we see this whole thing play out. I mean, when I tell you that this is terrorism, she said, thank God she didn't have anybody young with her. What if she'd had children with her? I mean, I had then another Al Motor, a Democrat, on my last hour on the Faulkner Focus, who said he fears for his life. He wanted to buy a Tesla, but out of fear, he wouldn't. A Democrat. This is terrorizing us as citizens, and it's got to stop.
Although they're making me want to buy a Tesla. I've never wanted to buy it. Now,
you and Dean
right?
Cain.
I want to buy one out of spite. Just
Dean
like,
Cain, too.
Yeah,
Superman.
To get to him. Yeah.
Hey, everyone. I'm Emily Campagno.
This anti-American violence just has to stop. We're just going to call it what it is. It's nothing less than that. I mean, you're putting people's lives at risk potentially when you do throw these mazel talls or model, I don't even know how you say it, whatever. And you defaming these cars, man. It doesn't make sense. How are you trying to protect American democracy while fighting against it? Tesla is a company that employs Americans just like you and I. Y'all keep saying that Donald Trump and Elon Musk are trying to take away jobs and all this other stuff, but you guys are quite literally doing so. It does not make sense. Putting people in these type of positions over their vehicle choice is just insane. Then on top of that, to find out that a lot of the consumers of this vehicle and this product are Democrats. In fact, I mean, come on, y'all, all about climate change and making the environment better. It does not make sense to me. I'm still trying to figure out, CF Dalton adds, how any of this is hurting Elon Musk. He already got his money. You're just making another person hate your side of the political aisle. In 2025, being a Democrat, bro, it is weird. Absolutely attacking someone for their choice of a car in politics is outrageous and dangerous. People need to face the consequences for such actions. Definitely agree with that. But we already starting to see this take place. We got Pam Bondi on the job and everything like that. Now, Tim Walz, you remember the comment he made about the stock going down with Tesla. Not realizing that he profits off of the stock of Tesla, basically. Now, he is desperately trying to backpedal on his sick comments about Tesla, claims it was a joke, and accuses Republicans of having no sense of humor. Wow.
What can we possibly do about Elon Musk? Because it's not right.
It is not right. And this guy bugs me in a way that is probably unhealthy. And
yes, it is.
But I have to be careful about being a smartass. I was making a joke. These people have no sense of humor. They are the most literal people. But my point was they're all mad, and I, said something I didn't, probably shouldn't have about a company. He is agreed. So I make the case.
I don't know about y'all. I'm just not buying this in the slightest.
I make the case. They're all butthurt about the Tesla thing, but they don't care the disrespect they have shown to employees at the Minneapolis VA who care for our veterans, and they fire them. They don't care. So we will have the conversation about efficiency in government and about doing that, but none of us believe for a second they're thinking about this. Oh, we fired everybody that's dealing with Ebola. And then he went into the Oval Office wearing a hat. I don't ever want to hear anybody talk about decorum and respect or that. Wearing a hat, coming in there, richest man in the world. Again, this maybe is just me. If I'm the richest man in the world, I'm like out on the streets handing out the money. It'd be fun as hell just to help people out. Go help people out. Not this guy. Not this guy.
That's actually quite opposite of what the government has been displaying. You guys have been taking money and it's because you want to continue to take money that we have this problem. You don't want to hand out money. That's quite literally, not literally, Elon Musk is trying to hand us back our money. Not necessarily like, hey, here's the stimulus check that the Democrats keep trying to say that Trump has confirmed, which he didn't. However, they are quite literally looking at the waste in the government, our tax dollars are being spent and all this other stuff, and trying to prevent waste, which inherently gives the money back to the people or back to the country or all of it. Yeah, to the people. But sorry, y'all, I'm over here losing my train of thought. I lost my initial point up until this point right now that I was trying to make. My bad. It happens. But Trump gunner ass, typical playbook, say something outrageous, then claim it was just a joke when backlash hits. Yes, that's why I told y'all when he was talking, I'm just not buying it. I really was not buying it. The left loves to smear hardworking Americans and innovators like Tesla, but when called out, they retreat. Remember, Donald Trump and Elon Musk were both Democrats. Nobody is falling for this. Accountability matters, and we won't let them slide. Amen. I appreciate that for sure, man. So Rosie O'Donnell just hit the net, and she says Trump and Elon Musk. I can't say what she says, but you can read the caption right there. Nah, let's suffer through this.
You know, a lot of people did vote for him.
Yes.
Do you accept their right to do that and their opinion of him?
Well, I respect their right to do that. I question why the first time in American history a president has won every swing state.
Uh-oh, do we have a denier here?
And is also best friends, and his largest donor was a man who owns and runs the internet. So I would hope that...
Wait. Hold on. Elon Musk owns the internet? Really?
So I would hope that that would be investigated and that we would see whether or not it was an anomaly or something else that happened on election night in America when Kamala Harris was filling up stadiums with people who supported her. And Donald Trump was not able to do that.
You mean filling up stadiums with people who came for the concert? She didn't even fill up stadiums, by the way. What?
So it's curious to me. And as an American and a believer in democracy, I would hope that we would be able to look at all of the reasons why this happened in our country.
But she need a Libanoid. If you've been following and watching all my videos and you know what a Libanoid is, let me know in the comment section. That let me know you be watching. You really be on point with this. But yeah, do we have a denier right here? She just made the claim. And this is what I'm saying. It'd be so outrageous. She just made the claim that Elon Musk owns the internet. Oh, like this. I'm just saying, some stuff don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out how to make sense. That question mark is the only thing I got. It's the only thing I got right now. What? This reminds me of the conversation I was having with my friend, and she goes, yeah, you know, on par with this. She's the denier as well. She goes, how do you feel about Elon owning the software that the polls use in order to cast the votes and stuff like that? I was like, what? Yeah, so you know him and Trump. I was like, really? Knowing it wasn't true, but at the same time, I wasn't just going to come louder. And you know how people are, so I'm going, well, you know, let's look this up real quick. We groped it. Yeah. She had no choice but to admit she was wrong. Now, this guy right here is a science teacher. What? And he believes that Trump, with the help of Musk, also You already know.
It's too late to really say this, but I want to say it. You will never in a million years convince me that Trump actually won that election. I watch comment sections. Mind you, I live in an area that goes 8.
Did he just say he watched comment sections?
Comment sections. Mind you, I live in an area that goes 80-20 conservative. And I read news stories in the comments and how negative they are towards him.
So you get your news sources are the comments. Now, don't get it twisted. We read comments, but our source of the information is definitely not going to come from a comment unless it was like, you know, the person whom the video was about was responding to something. You see what I'm saying?
And I look at certain little things like what voters did, which my area went less for Trump in 2024 than they did for Trump in 2020, but yet somehow he won all the swing states. You're not going to convince me that when he alludes to the fact that Musk helped him win, that didn't happen. We've had democracy stolen from us, and it will take blood to get it back.
Whoa,
It's too late.
Whoa, what? It'll take blood? What's up with these people? What? They keep talking about how he won all the swing states, but they missed the fact that we had Biden. How could you possibly with Biden? Kamala, la, 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 la. Yes, that's how. Definitely made me swing to the other side of the party. What? Like, I got to say no Diddy after that. I'm sorry, y'all. Just look, I have to. But Donald Trump, man, I had no other placement for this clip right here. I had to just insert it just to, you know, let Donald Trump's, how do I say, glory rain on their parades.
We're going to President Trump right now. He's arrived at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia for the NCAA Wrestling Championships. Let's listen into the president.
I think I get a couple boos. Nah, I don't hear no boos. Nah. That man face green? I'm playing. Hey. As Gina adds, seems that approval rating is still pretty high. Like I said, I had no placement for this clip today in any of my joints, but figured we had just put some joy up in our lives watching the American people defy what we just watched right there. Granted, I'm sure there's millions of Americans who are still brainwashed with TDS, so you put them inside of a building, you would get some boos and all that. But I think I heard some boos. I think I heard some. The audio was a little crappy. No, it was crappy. I'm not going to lie. It felt like I heard a few, but it wasn't like overwhelming. The cheers was definitely overpowering that. If that's what I was hearing. I don't think I was hearing any boos. Anywho, y'all confirm that for me. I need somebody to be my audio engineer and tell me what I was hearing in that. Protesters at the anti-Donald Trump and anti-Elon Musk protest at Tesla's showroom, excuse me, in Georgetown neighborhood of Washington, D.C. are dancing to music while waving signs. I forgot I can't even play the music. Let me make sure the music ain't playing. They are waving signs that say "F these Nazi cars." These people are literally getting paid. I'm serious. They show up for work and they leave on time. Yeah, they leave on. Y'all think I'm just saying that to say that?
This is Savannah Hernandez outside of the Tesla showroom in Austin, Texas. Now I'm holding a sign that says, "Thank you, Elon, buy more Teslas." And I came to hold this sign because there were protesters on the other side of this barrier. Craziest thing I've seen, this protest was supposed to be from 10 to noon. It is 12:15 and every single protester is gone, okay? So they had lined up here, they were back here, they're all gone. Like, so quickly. I don't think I've ever seen protesters leave that fast. Despite them being gone, I'm still here to support Elon Musk and support Tesla because I'm quite frankly tired of domestic terrorists across this nation coming and firebombing these dealerships, destroying people's private property, aka their Teslas, and using violence and intimidation to try to silence people. So it's very important that we stand up for Elon, for Tesla, and American business that has created countless American jobs. And of course, this administration, you know what, maybe we go to more of these protests and simply hold up the sign that says, "Buy more Teslas, we support Elon Musk," to show that the vast majority of Americans do support him, do support what is happening in the United States right now, which is why Donald Trump and his admin were given the mandate.
Yes. Oh, he didn't get the mandate. He didn't get the mandate. What, bro? Look, come on. What? He got everything. Everything. Elon Musk actually responded to this post saying thank you, quite literally. He also responded to another previous post, he responded to one of them. I didn't read the comment, say it out loud, and he pretty much said they're declining by 27%. And I mean, they've declined at 27% and still declining. I didn't say how he said it. Of course, he said it way better than that. I paraphrased it, but yeah. Right now, we're starting to see TDS in its rawest form. Well, EDS now. And its rawest form right now with the American people. But key notes from this video. 1, protesters showed up and left. Well, I can't confirm that they showed up at the same time, but they all left at the same time. Key point 2, they all left at the same exact time. And then my final point, they left at the same, did they clock out? Doesn't it sound like you clocking out? Oh, we all get off at 12 o'clock, Yeah, hey, look, so 12 o'clock. They got a DJ out there. I'm not going to lie, the DJ was probably a good touch. I'm not even going to front to you. That was probably the best thing that they did because, yeah. Anything else would have just been depressing. Moving on. Now, this is somebody in Canada came down to the Elon Musk anti-Tesla protest to spread some needed common sense.
So what do you think of this anti-Elon Musk, anti-Tesla protest happening right here in Ottawa right now? What do you think of that?
One, I think it's ridiculous that's happening here in Ottawa, Canada, so far away from what Elon Musk is doing in America.
Right.
Secondly, what has Elon Musk done to really ruin anybody's well-being or lives to warrant something like this? All he's been doing is he's been creating great companies that represent good values. He's trying to hopefully improve the environment with electric cars, although I mean, we can debate about whether or not the batteries are good for things like that. He just saved a bunch of astronauts from being stuck at the space station. Yes, that's his company that did that. But what's he doing for the American government? He's cutting waste and fraud. He's auditing them. Is that why we're mad at him?
And you know what? That's interesting because I had a conversation with some of these people earlier, asking them why do they hate Elon. First of all, they're going to throw he did a Nazi salute. What do you think about that Nazi salute?
Oh my God, I'm so tired of that. If that's the case, we got 4K clips of Democrats doing it back to back.
Clearly, a person who is socially awkward saying his heart goes out to you, and it looked like a Nazi salute. He didn't think that through. Why would he publicly do a Nazi salute even if he was a Nazi?
Doesn't make any sense. So, and they also told me, so I asked them, what has Elon done wrong? And the one answer they gave me is that Dodge. What do you think about Dodge?
No, I mean, so honestly, all Dodge has done is show waste and fraud. like a lot of it's ridiculous waste, and we don't even know how much of that is people recycling money back in to their own pockets and making it actual fraud and washing.
Well,
money.
that's interesting because I brought that up to them and about specifically the backroom deals and the kickbacks to left-wing groups. Because at these protests, even in the United States, look at them. It's a coordinated thing. It's in every city in the U.S. today.
I checked the website
and then there's the 50-50-01 or whatever, the big anti-Trump protests today. And if you look at all of these protests in all of these places, there's not one manufactured sign. It's all these cardboard cutout signs and homemade arts and crafts signs. You're not seeing those pre-made signs anymore. Is that a coincidence now that USAID is not funded? Like, what's going on there?
Well, I mean, that is an interesting way to look at it, for sure. But I mean, I feel
they're
like
yelling Nazi truck alert as there is a cyber truck coming down. Yes. So we'll get that in a second, but man, what are you thinking about that USAID?
I think that was the one that was parked around back. Oh yeah, USAID was clearly one of the most fraudulent and wasteful companies in America. But I just, no matter what, I don't understand how Democrats or liberals in general are still looking at and seeing all of this and still think that they're on the right side of history.
It doesn't make sense. Now, I'm going to go ahead and retweet this video for you guys to check out on my X account. We're nearing 10K. You know what? Let me go to my profile real quick. You know, I ain't knowing my profile. Hold on. Communities. Hold on, I'm in the wrong one. The wrong thing. We're nearing. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize I was just 59 followers away from hitting 10,000 followers on X. You guys, we made this in January 2023. Oh, thank y'all. Go check out somebody today. You can quite literally be saving their life. And honestly, I truly appreciate all the love and support y'all give. Definitely keep your head on the swivel because these anti-Elon protesters are something different right now. Go check on somebody today. Again, I'll reiterate that. You could be saving their life. Right after you do that, after you get off that phone call, go ahead and click on the next video.